portal of those results.
Yes.
You can't have a public portal and you are told you can't add up the numbers in the public portal. You see, what happened in 2007, that's when I realized how, because we were together with my Miguna, James Orengo, and a friend of mine called Mbuta. We went to IBC at KICC, and we discovered what was going on there, because everything was manual. What you are saying is correct. The first count is presidential vote between 6 and 7. By 7 p.m., those results are all in each stream of a polling station.
Yes.
So the people at that time with the capacity to know that is the administration through National Intelligence Service, because they'll have a chief, they'll have an intelligence officer who within the constituency can put people in every stream and say by 7, send me the results in your stream. So they'll quickly add that thing. By midnight, they have the entire picture of the nation. And they realize, oh, the president has lost, so we need to fix this. I realized this in 2007. Because Raila was so far ahead, we had the numbers. Then suddenly things started changing. What they do, once they have the numbers, in 2007, they started looking at the voter register. Georgia had 105,000 registered voters, but only 75,000 had voted. So once that was counted, they knew they had 30,000. They then started adding it. There was some constituency in Nyandarua, Molo. You remember even the returning officer from Molo saying, these are not the results, I'm the returning officer. So it became just aware, okay, we can add this. They take, even some MPs who had won lost that way. Because when they topped up the presidential vote, they topped to the wrong MP because they have to match.
They have to match, yes.
So, but we've cured that to a very large extent through the electoral reforms we did under Kofi Annan, with now biometrics, the KIMS kits and the rest of them. But still, today the risk we run, there are two risks we run. What is happening now? There's no transparency on the issuance of ID cards. I have actually a bill coming up tomorrow in Parliament, second reading, that people be given ID cards when they turn 18 for free in schools. But what is happening now, there is underground registration of voters by the administration.
Of whom?
Going on as we speak. Coordinated by the Office of the President. Going around. They are not, it is not open to everybody. They are targeting what they perceive as their strongholds, where they are doing the registration. And MPs are being given money to go and facilitate that registration. The risk there, they could be registering underage people, giving them IDs. Yes, so as to prop up the numbers. Yes, it is not impossible to detect, because we know there's a pattern of voter growth, that if there's a sharp bump, you can clearly tell it is an outlier. But they are doing it. So that is one risk we are running. There could be a scheme to staff up the numbers. You know, the IBC data is more cleaner because it is based on biometrics. The IBC voter data. The ID voter, the ID database is not very clean. And it is being done in a skewed manner. So that is one risk. The other risk people must understand in elections is when you don't have agents at the counting hall, at the stream. Because the numbers could all be correct, but the final entry in that famous form is manual. So anybody can enter any number there. They can switch the numbers if you don't have agents or if people conspire. If this was a polling station, you have 400 votes, I have 200, but I don't have an agent here,
There's nobody to verify.
Yes, you are the only one with an agent. When they're entering, you can even still take 100 from me and say, you got 500.
But these are serious, critical issues that you
because it is manual. So people have to you must have agents in that room to make sure what is in the KIMS kit is reflected on the forms when the entry is made manually. And that is a mistake I think those around Baba did last election. Baba had no agents anywhere. He had no agents, not even in Bondo, not even in Kibra. Yes. And how they allowed that to happen, I do not know. Because then the numbers the integrity can be there in the KIMS kits, but the manual entries are manipulated.
Even as you wrap this up, Caroli, are you hopeful the people of Kenya are hopeful. That's why they keep coming out. That's why they keep saying, well, what's next? Because there's something that still resides in the heart of many who say, okay, well, maybe. Are you hopeful that, the change that you're looking at? Because the hope comes from where you see things are not going right and you think, okay, there's a possibility that it can. And the process through which that happens is a lot of what we've discussed today. But are you hopeful that it will actually bear the fruit from the seed that has been sown?
For me, at a personal level, I feel very bad that as people of the black race, as Africans, we rarely have a functioning, proper country. Around the world. We have some Caribbean islands that are doing very well economically, properly managed. People must see this in a broader sense. We are Africans. Surely we must organize our affairs. We can't have countries that are all dysfunctional, that are ridden with corruption, that are not stable. It is a very fundamental question as a race. So, and we can't lose hope. We can't lose hope. You see, one of the mistakes I see President Ruto make is when he gives us a long list of brick and mortar that he's building, a market, these things, roads, all those things. That does not make a country great. South Africa, under apartheid, when the Africans were sat down on, had the best roads, had the best airports, had the best ports. That was in South Africa. Hitler, Germany, Autobahns, Hugo Boss, fashion, they were leading. BMW, from aircraft to machines. It had the best technology. But they killed 6 million Jews. They brought down the world peace. So that is why I'm saying they don't know what they are doing. Great nations are not built with those things. Great nations are built on values. So I'm hopeful that Africans, because we can't lose hope, that at least Kenya, when I was a young state council and I used to do a lot of negotiations with the World Bank and IMF, they used to tell me, I remember Wolfenson, then the World Bank president, told me, Caroli, there are countries in Africa that must succeed. Zimbabwe was one of them, it has collapsed. Kenya was another, we are struggling. Ghana was the other. These countries must succeed so that we pull the others. And they put a lot of effort. But then we keep messing it up with our bad politics. So we can't give up. Each generation must pull its weight. And hopefully this election, because the people want change, the leaders will not let them down. I hope so. I hope so. And anybody who wants to be selfish and thinks, okay, if I'm not the president, I'll go and run to split the vote, I think Kenyans will give them a very rude answer. Thank you.